Today we are changing the header of this channel, which is long overdue if you ask me. I wanted to go to Pinterest or Canva, and I thought, I could just paint something for myself. I'm not sure if that's how it went, but normally I would go to Pinterest and Canva for these type of things. But today I said no, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that thing myself. Anyways, I'm starting off with the line art. Don't come for me in the comment section like, girl, what even is that? Line art is not my strength, and it's not even something I like to spend time on. Why? Very good question. I'm going to paint over that thing. So why am I spending so much time perfecting it to look a certain way, knowing fully well that paint is going to cover everything? And you can disagree with me in the comment section and tell me how fun and amazing it is to go over line art and make it look beautiful and amazing, and we could have a ball. But I disagree, and that's okay. I prefer to paint over things, and I prefer to just dabble in watercolors. But that's what I like to do, okay? And that's just what works for me. The girlies and the guys that do line art, I adore you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I think you guys are amazing and you guys are cool. But it's not something that I can pull up, and it's not something that I like to waste time on, because I'm going to eventually cover it with color, and it just beats the point in my opinion. What do you think I'm painting? Let me know in the comment section. Don't cheat. Don't try to fast forward to get to, because I do eventually see what I'm painting. Don't cheat, guys. Let me know what you think I'm working on in the comment section. Alright, I'm starting off with a grayscale. Normally I don't like to use a grayscale. I'm probably looking at me like, girl, is it me or is that gray? It is gray. I normally use a grayscale when I am painting with colors like this. I'm painting outside of the window and I want it to look a certain way. So I would not use a white background, because I know that at the end of the day, the white is going to get into it's going to get in between the colors and it won't look cute. So I'm using gray just so that it comes out looking nice. And now I added the colors, and it's starting to look really cute. If you ask me, I have such high expectations for this because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and you can tell because that cup was pink for a second, now it's green. But I have really high expectations for this. I'm trying to keep that in check, but it's always difficult for me to keep my expectations in check, so I'm gonna keep them where the moon is at. You know what I mean? Now I'm adding rocks to the outside because I was thinking, what could I do to make it look less bland and less plain? And I added one rock, and I thought, that looks so good. I need another one. And then I made another one, and now we have 3 looking cute guys outside. I think that's the double if you ask me. Now I'm adding the grass. This part was kind of chaotic because I had to draw each grass blade. Is that what you call it? Grass blade. I don't know why my tongue isn't the word supposed to do. But I drew each blade by myself because I currently don't have a brush to do that for me. And I feel like it made the outside look less bland and less flat, and added a bit of texture in a way that looked really cute, because while the rocks were doing great things, it just felt like there could be more going on outside. The current vibe of the channel is art and chai, but make it digital. I'm looking forward to creating a space that is cute, podcasty, just calm, serene, and it's a place you can come to at the end of the day to say, paint, and sip your tea if you like to drink tea. And if you're not a fan, that's also fine. Do whatever feels right to you. I'm adding shadows to the saucer of the cup, and I did not have a reference for this. I was just doing everything from my head at this point and trusting that it turns out well. I honestly didn't want to swing that route because, like I said at the beginning of this video, I have such high expectations for this, but I'm trusting that this will turn out well in one way or the other. I feel like the cup already has a solid foundation, and I feel like it has so much potential, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that would end up at the end of the day. And now I'm going over the vase and just adding each individual leaf. This is what I was saying with the liner. All of these what's the word, these stalks that I drew to indicate where the lead is supposed to go, it's not going to be there at the end of the day, and it just doesn't look right. So now I have to erase that. But let's just focus on drawing the flowers for now. You see what I was talking about, having high expectations? That cup is now yellow. I don't know what was going on with the cup. Every color just seemed to feel it wasn't giving what I wanted to give, and I feel like yellow might just do it. I feel like the reason why I didn't go with green was because it didn't seem to match the pink of the tablet. I just looked wrong, and I didn't want to have colors that contradict themselves. I feel like yellow, seen as this yellow sunlight, is going to beautifully complement the pink, and I'm hoping I don't change the color of the cup again. And if I do, I feel like I would find something that looks great, I guess. But I'm adding more shadows to the saucer and the flower vase as well, and I'm just darkening all the shadows all around. And I thought, now why don't I put a bird, like the shadow of a bird flying overhead outside, to add more dimension to the whole thing going on and to just make it look more interesting. So I'm gonna also have the shadow of a little birdie, which is cute, and I've added butterflies because it's sunny outside, and I feel like it's a perfect day for butterflies to be up and about, and I love butterflies on a regular day. So I'm adding a bit of shadows for the butterflies just so that it doesn't look crazy, like unrealistic and all of that. And now I'm adding the first lights. I don't know the word, my brain is suddenly blank, but I didn't do sunlight. I used an airbrush here, and I'm excited. I feel like we're finally heading somewhere, and the art wasn't looking as bland as it was at the start. It looks a bit better, but I feel like it could be more, like it has so much potential. It could be better than what it currently looks like. So I added shadows, but I made it a dark shade of blue to have a little contrast going on there. And I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know, like, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. I'm open to constructive criticisms. Please be kind and respectful while at it, because I am a person, not an AI. Okay, and I'm going to digress a little bit. I feel like even if everybody was talking to an artificially intelligent robot, it still doesn't make sense to be cruel. And let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think we should be cruel, or we should act however we want to AI, knowing that it has no feelings and quote unquote emotions? Or should we remain kind and respectful regardless? I personally think we should remain kind and respectful, because habits are real, and they often start from like the smallest minuscule things, and then they grow up and fester, and then you have people with full-on issues, and you'll be like, oh, but I didn't expect that, but it was there, right, where they had all those small little problems. Okay, back to the art piece. I am adding highlights. I was looking for that word. I'm adding highlights everywhere because it feels like the right thing to do. Nothing seems to be working anymore. It feels like I could do more, but I cannot seem to place my finger on what exactly could I do to make it look better. So I'm just adding highlights to see if that is what the piece is currently missing. I even added my signature because honestly I was so done here, and I had no other energy to just continue on with this. But then I darkened it a little bit, and I think it's not so bad.